What is up? I took a trade today. I have a live trading session that I recorded for this. I actually wanted to go down quick, skipping the gym for this to do a back testing of it and just journaling exactly what happened today. So coming into the day, let's do select bar. Coming in today, right before market open. Ooh, starting to. All right, there we go. Before market open, it was 7:30. We can let that go out to 8. What do we see on the ICT kill zones first? Well, Asia kind of accumulated. London actually gave manipulated highs and manipulated lows. We're getting a reversal. I was expecting a continuation, and we do get a continuation to this point. As you see, we sweep out, I think it was 1 hour buy side liquidity. As you can see, 1 hour buy side liquidity, which over here, look on the 4 hour, we are over here. This high at 9 p.m. was not swept. This high at 9 p.m. did get swept. So we did get a high time frame SMT, but that wasn't until 9. So we can notice that. You can see we were kind of generating buy side liquidity too, up into this range. And then we manipulate kind of lower, and then we distributed. Actually, yeah. No, we manipulated higher, swept out this buy side on the 5 minute, and we're distributing lower. There we go. We can look at the 1 hour too. What do we see in the 1 hour? We're ripping buy side, and then we actually, like with this accumulation, we manipulate lower, we're pushing a little higher. And then here, right, like I said, right at 8, we get a move down. We can go into the lower time frames. We're pushing lower, right? So we end up actually getting a lot of fair value gaps written right here. But it was at this time, 8:30 market open, we're ripping lower. We actually have a 5 minute that we were coming into. I was wanting to see maybe a sweep down here or push down to this 1 hour and potentially get, unfill 5 to 15 minute and an inversion potentially on the highest time frame. Maybe a manipulation, a little stop hunt I would like to see as well. I'd make that really A+, but we didn't get that. We have the move lower. We're sweeping out 1 hour lows. We haven't swept out 1 hour lows here. We invalidated an SMT later on. We're getting close at this candle right around here. This next candle will be 9, so the 4 hour SMT has now gotten put in place. And we did end up breaking structure too on the 1 hour, the 2 hour, and the 4 hour. We broke structure, so that was good. That was nice to see. On top of the higher time frame, the daily. We had a daily for value gap resting above, which I thought maybe was the drop potentially. Maybe later on. I'm assuming we'll go up there near the end of December. But we actually swept daily buy side on that. It wasn't daily buy side liquidity. We were pushing higher. I think we just had to get a little bit of pullback. It wasn't really the daily doing nothing. The daily looked bullish. 4 hour was looking bullish until we swept that liquidity and we got that move down. And we also at 9, structure definitely changed in my opinion. Coming into that though, what do we see on the 5 minute? After we tap into that 5 minute, fair value got those up here. After that big move down, it was 840. We end up kind of consolidating. We can go to the 1 minute, and if we see it right around there, as we're kind of consolidating lower, in this range, what are we doing after this move? We're kind of accumulating, especially around here, we're accumulating buy side. A lot of moves price can go out and get. I wanted to see, most likely, what time was this? This was 9, yeah. I wanted to see manipulation, actually. I can go to the 5 minute. It'll be easier with that. I wanted to see some type of manipulation down to then come and target this buy side. Or I wanted to see this buy side, all this 5 minute generated liquidity and these 5 minute internal high right here, which I will go over on this time frame. I'll show you what I was looking at, really what I wanted to see on ES, which would have made this way better setup than it actually is you see that high that is right here, and we have that same high up here. This high was a little further away from this high than this one is to this high, so I was wanting to see an SMT off of that, right? I wanted to see an internal SMT. I wanted to see this 5 minute intermediate high get taken out, and then also so that 5 minute intermediate high would manipulate. That was the real goal, what I wanted to see, and maybe potentially opportunity for an SMT. Also coming into a 5 minute and a 15 minute fair value gap. We were also in, and we had a 30 minute fair value gap after this. get formed. But we were also in, I believe, equilibrium. We were in equilibrium. So I was looking then for the highest time frame inversion. Where was that inversion? We didn't manipulate, by the way, but I still liked all the rejection off of this. We had so much freaking rejection to go sell side as well. But then once we got up here, I mean, there's a lot of fair value gaps resting between here. I thought it was a lot of pressure to push it lower, especially with that 4-hour SMT being formed. And coming into today, I had a bullish bias too until that rip lower. And until we actually saw, I saw we were generating buy side. Otherwise, I wanted to see this get swept and push lower and then come higher. My target really was too, which it hasn't gone out and reached, was this low resistance liquidity resting right around here. I mean, we have a 1 hour that was tapped. It's been mitigated, but we do have 2 big 4-hour draws resting lower. But yeah, I wanted that 5-minute inversion. Did I get that? No, because I got shit sleep. I think I say that in the recording. I felt like shit. I entered on ES on accident, S&P over here. When I meant to enter on NASDAQ, I closed it, and then I entered on S&P again, and then I got out, and I was finally able to get in on NASDAQ. Where I wanted to get in was right here on this inverse. So this would have been like a 1 to 2. I would have probably gotten out at the 1 to 1. I was just going to band to make a band on the eval, and there's that. If you can't make more than $1,500 on a trade in an eval, I'm pretty sure. So I would have gone out at 1 to 1, or I would have gone light or risk and then just targeted this. But it's also an eval. I'm looking at this as an eval. I'm just trying to forward test my shit on here and then get into the live market, really. And what do you know? It goes for this low. What do we see over here? That same low does not get taken out. We get an SMT, and we push a little higher to come back into these imbalances, which is now a 30. It was a 30-minute. I wonder if it was a 1 hour. No 1 hour, but it was a 30-minute. Came back into the 30-minute inverse of 30-minute. Actually, it's interesting. Inverse of 30-minute, but it respected this 5-minute and everything, and I'm assuming it respected the 15-minute. It respected the 15-minute, and then we kind of been consolidating. This is bad price action, though. This is literally, you know what type of price action this is? It's December price action. So we're going to go trade 1. Today is December 4th. Yep. December 4th, 2025. What time was that trade from? Or 424, 519, 157. When did the bro trade? Asia session? What the fuck? I got in 9:58, 9:50 to 10:05. Can I put a time? Include time. How do I put a time? Oh. 9. What the fuck? Why is it not loading that? Invalid time. Do I just do 9:50? Alright, fuck out of it. Now to add into this trade. That's what I wanted to say about this, and I wanted to get this in the video. Fuck, I gotta leave soon. Alright. Let me go over this. So, this is what my mentor's thoughts were on the setup. He said that mechanically slash internal range wise, it was a clean trade. I mean, mechanically, like I said, we accumulated, generated buy side liquidity. We manipulated higher into this fair value gap. Listen me. Into this fair value gap, 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, and 15-minute equilibrium, potentially 30-minute. Yeah, 30-minute equilibrium as well. And we got a 5-minute inverse. So that mechanically looks good. But he says, but given the chop and no clear high time frame, when the chop, he means like all this. This was very choppy after they move off. And that's what December price action is like usually. He said, so yeah, it was mechanically / internal range wise, it was clean, but given the chop and no clear high time frame external draw meaning, you know, draws on liquidity. We sweep out a 1 hour low, we target into what? External, internal. If you're value gap, those reversal models. Continuation models are, we retrace into, we go from internal to external. Come into a fair value gap, we go to the external draw, usually liquidity or the next fair value gap, right? Continuation traders. So, yeah, no clear high time frame. He said he would have faded. He faded it because there is no clear high time frame external draw to align with the internal range. So, and on top of that, what else did he say? He said 5 minutes at the end. And by the way, I entered on a 5-minute inversion, remember? He says that 5 minutes at the end of the session like that have a really low win rate, and I did not have any confident internal external draw liquidity, so I faded it. That was his idea on it. And I agree. I feel like the draw liquidity could have been better. It was mainly following the trend with the draw liquidity since we manipulated and reacted off highs prior to market open. I personally still like to trade. Besides, there was a lot of chop. I wouldn't really call this an A+ setup, purely because how price reacted, and it was indeed late in the session. So, I mean, like I said, usually with these models, you want to see, like we tap into for the MEC model, a 1 hour for value gap, and we sweep London session highs. I wanted to see clean reaction off of that, not reaction where it takes fucking 5 minutes, 10, 15, 20, like over an hour almost, or 30 minutes to react. I want to see clean reaction off of it, clean price movement. And that's the thing with December too, you have to be very patient because you're not going to see that all the time. Now we're respecting that. We're coming into lunch hour and we're just ripping lower now. I mean, we were generating what? I don't say we were generating sell side. We were definitely accumulating. 10-minute, yeah, this is just accumulation. And then we manipulate distribution, you could say. We can even draw that out. Made a high, we're kind of just consolidating. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, damn near an hour of consolidation through here. And then up at this point, we manipulate this high. We manipulate this high, and we're displacing lower. But yeah, coming into this, I wouldn't say it's an A+ trade. So we can do pair. We'll just do the simple stuff first. Confluences, 15-minute. We can actually do it like this. 15, 30, 5-minute fair value gap. 15, 30-minute equilibrium. Can I spell equilibrium, bro? Equilibrium. And I didn't put the M. Gosh. Minute equilibrium. 5-minute inverse fair value gap. Entry time frame. I got in on the 5-minute. What is this? Market condition. Okay. Volume, counter trend, slow. All right. Entry. Market. I had a market order. Risk to reward. 1, 2, 1. I believe. It was around the 1 to 1.16, I think. Well, I'll say 1 to 1. We'll just say 1 to 1. Win. Loss. No. Break even. No. Position. Short. Session time. New York AM. Account. Evaluation. Day. It's Thursday. Month. Fucking December. It's black. Emotional control. Very good. Emotional notes was very was no news. I like that trade rating. I give it a 3.5. What goes in that one? Nothing. All right. So learning, he said textbook trade. Price was choppy off the sell off. So price was choppy off the sell off from market open. Oh my gosh. I'm still getting used to this new laptop. So price was choppy. I can't even spell price right. Bro. Price was choppy off the sell off from market open. We then consolidated. Please freaking help my spelling, bro, with this. We then consolidated. And, oh my gosh. Generated. Dude, I'm gonna crash. Generated by side. Oh my gosh. Can't spell liquidity either. Price is choppy off the sell from market open. We then consolidated and generated buy side liquidity. Price then manipulated. Wait, for real? Is M even near the U? No. Price then manipulated into the 5, 15, 30 minute fair value gap. And EQ after reach. I think I was doing this wrong. I'll just keep going. But at 9:50, I got in the trade off a 5-minute IFVG. Targeted the what lows were those at the time being? $9.25, $10.05. Target the 15. All right. Pre-market analysis, date. I got average title, bias. I was bullish. Analysis, daily. Oh my gosh. Was still looking bullish. We were continue daily bias. Daily was still looking bullish. We were continue higher on the 4-hour with trend and the 1-hour. Post-market analysis. Trade taken. What does it mean, trade taken? Oh, yes. Result. Win. Mental. Good. Notes. Nothing goes there. We'll do notes. So, overall, the trade didn't happen till 9:50, which is late in the day. I'll say have a low win rate that late in the day. So overall, the trade didn't happen until 9:50, which is late in the day. On top of that, Blake Mentor said 5 minutes have a low win rate that late in the day. He said the mechanical. He said no. I'll say he said mechanical wise. It was mechanical and internal, I believe he said. Yeah, mechanical slash internal wise, the trade was clean, but given the chop and no clear high time frame external draw on liquidity to align with the internal range. So yeah, that lane today, he said mechanical internal wise, that trade was clean, but given the chop and no clear high time frame external drawn liquidity to align with that internal range, he faded. All right. Now I wonder if I could do like links URL. Goated as fuck. I wonder if it will. All right, hold on. Let's go to my YouTube. Let's go to my YouTube quick. Oh, you took a win. Did this fucker take that short?
What's going on, everyone? Bullish SMT. We see London.
He took it early in the day.
But, because this is the 1 minute chart. But there was a 30-second gap right here. No internal SMT. But, we took this trade, and we literally instantly hit TP.
Damn. Alright. Four views. Alright, we gotta make a new video. Let's go to create. Upload video. That was at 1:11, 10:12. Wait, this was from yesterday. Hell no. Wait, which one is this uploading? Delete, delete. Alright, fuck. It's gonna make me mad. Upload video, select files. Tell me I have the file saved. Today. There's only one done. No way it didn't save today. Nope, I don't have it. Fuck, did I accidentally delete it? My mic was messed up anyways for the whole thing. That sucks. But one thing I can start doing. Oh, that's sick. Calendar wise, what can I do for the calendar? We'll do. Oh, that's sick. I love this actually. Yeah, 1 win. End trade, 1 win. I fucking love this. Alright. Pino. Oh, that's 1000%. We'll just fucking leave that. Loss, break even, entry, highest confidences. Yeah, I know that. Add the favorites, edit icon, edit property. Layout, proper. How do I add the photo? What the fuck is that? 4-hour daily ES? How do I add the photo as this guy? I mean, it's gonna make me tweak. I mean, when I go back to the table, does it say shit like that? No. Yeah, because we have the tree. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, it has the journal, it has the pre-market analysis, the post-market analysis. To do. Alright. What can I do? I can track. Oh. Track. 100. Data. We can do back testing as well with this. Do we track 100 data samples in the next year? Entries. I don't really know what to put for that. Time, risk management. Stop loss. These are like rules maybe. Pairs. In queue. I was wondering if I could, yeah, if I could add like an image. I never use Notion, bro, so it's a little tricky here. Oh, here. I can do heading, text, numbered list, call out, page, link to page, continue writing. I put an image. Oh, sick. Alright. Bet. Alright, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do take a here, we'll turn this off. Oh wait, actually, was there a breaker block today? Someone said breaker block too. Yeah, when was this breaker block put in? None around here. None in the 2 minute. None there. Apparently right there. Freaking lower. Oh, is there a 30-minute bearish? Oh, if there was, that's even stronger confluence. 1 hour? I don't really know much about those, though. What about rejection blocks? I know Powell uses those all the time. Basically the same thing, I'm assuming. Did we ever come into this one up here? No. Powell's probably waiting for that or something. I don't even know. Yeah, okay. Take a picture of it. Just get rid of all this. Over to ES. 5 minutes. Alright. And take a snapshot. Download image. you soon. Beautiful. Awesome. So I think, what do I just make a new page of this then? Because how do I put this into something? Oh no, that's the wrong thing. See, this is what I'm saying. Oh, that's how you do it. You add images there. Fuck. Okay, sauce. I was a dipshit about that. Let's go back to a table. Let's go back to delete this. Alright, now we can go back to gallery. Go back to here. We put the 5 in it. This is dope. Okay, I like this. This is fucking sick then. I love this journal already. If I could just get my YouTube videos in there. 5 minute, boom. That's the 5 minute. We can go down. Fuck, I should have put the one where it's the inversion was up to here. Hey, I'm gonna do that. I'll take a picture of this. Download image. We'll do the 15 minute. Download image. We'll do the 30 minute. I don't want it like that. I can't take the picture then. Oh my god, I just hit it again. Here, we'll zoom more in over here. We have the 30 minute now. We can take a picture of that. Download image. We do the one hour. Oh fuck. I might have to go after this, but this will be good. We have the 1 hour here. We have the 1 hour right here. Alright, that's nice. That's what we'd like to see. And this can be like this. The 1 hour. We have the 4 hour we can do then. Okay. There we go, that's better. Oh, let's fix the S then. Alright, now what we can do, since we got a 15 minute, we can go image. It's going down too far. It's a 15 minute, alright, perfect. Great. 5 minute can honestly stay the same. That can stay the same. No, it cannot. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. I think I took another picture of the 5 minute. Image. Oh my lord, bro. Making me mad. I need to get a mouse. That would have been this one, I believe. Yeah, that's the actual inversion. Good. I think I did the 30 minute too. We'll add that one in there. So is that one? We'll do this one. That's the 30-minute. We'll do the 1 hour. Oh, ES. That's ES chart, but yeah, we only be trading NQ. Unless I guess there's an S&T, but I don't know. I already passed it, didn't I? No, I didn't. Did not mean to dip. Hopefully, if you guys watch this and you like the journal, I can hand it out. That was a 5-minute, 15:30, 1 hour. Correct? Yeah, it's perfect. I love this. And it's just the 4 hour. The daily I already said was trending. Image. Upload file. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. Nice. So we go to here now, we go to the gallery, we'll show the trades. And then tomorrow we have maybe trade number 2, but that's how we go about that. That's fucking awesome. So if we take a trade tomorrow, I love this so much. Incredible. I feel like, should I date this? No. Already has the date. I just don't know why that's also in there. Either way, incredible. I'm gonna have to go here soon, but hopefully if you watch this whole video, you understand what I was looking at. This is a big thing to journal, and I was confident in taking this as well because it's an eval. It's a freaking eval. I don't care. It's just forward testing. I really skipped when I got into trading. I kind of skipped the back testing phase because I had a buddy say just go right into and I lied to get like taught early. I don't know why. But I was like, yeah, I know this confluence. I didn't really know jack shit. I knew jack diddly shit, right? And I got them to help me, and they said that they you should skip you don't need a paper trade, just freaking go and rip the evals. I was like, all right, and I got live market experience. I was forward testing, but something that I didn't know how it worked, and that's how I learned from there. And now I'm to the point where it's like, dude, I've been on a live account. I've been able to take 22 trades on an Express account. I've held the evals for during the summer I had a eval for like 2-3 months, and I just risked really small in it because I was just trying to predict price, and I had like a 50% win rate with almost a 1 to 2 RR, and I was not experienced whatsoever. I just started to understand the model. I think coming into it now, because I've switched things up, I started targeting higher risk reward instead of just consistency in my trades, and that's what I'm focusing on now. AB Trades, I think his name is. He just dropped a good video on discretion. Over time, I would like my win rate to be like 50%, 60% with like a 4 or 5 RR. But to get to that point, that would ideally be my own model. Maybe it depends on how I want to trade, but I just have to trade mechanically like the MEC model, the PDI model, but build my own discretion. Like today, with somewhat of my own discretion, because I don't trade continuations, I trade reversals with the MEC model and the PDI model. And this was strictly straight up continuation. I mean, sell off, retrace, internal to external. What was this? Internal to external. That's what it was. And really it wasn't like external because that would be the 1 hour, right? External would have been this draw, and we haven't gone for that. But I just ripped the trade because I'm like, you know what? If I lose it, I lose it. It's not like I'm losing fucking $1,000 of my own money. It's just a $50. I lose what I paid for the funded. It's $50. But ideally, if I pass this quick enough, because I'm not trying to sit on the evals anymore, I can just get right into the live account, go right onto the Express, and start practicing there. I'm going to go into the Express account risking $250 tops. I actually want to calculate that real quick. Hold up. I got to take a shit. So it would take 12 trades for me to blow that account if I risk $250. Understand that. 12 trades. When I was trading, like I said, didn't know what I was trading with reversals or continuation. I thought I was just trading what price gave us. My buddy taught me different. He told me that that's not how it is. And I was entering off of, I was really conflicted. And I was targeting 1-to-1s. I had over a 50% win rate. It was 1-to-1, 1-to-2s, and I had over a 50% win rate. And it took a while to pass those accounts, risking small amounts. And then coming into the new accounts, I got 100Ks after I did that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this 100K. I'm going to risk light, but I got told like, nah, just risk 500. So I started risking 1% on that. But I also started targeting the 3RR. And not like 3R is a high RR, but with a 1 to 1, 1 to 2, I had a 50 something percent win rate. If I go move to 1 to 3, is my win rate going to improve or probably decrease? It may most likely decrease. And it decreased by a lot. I mean, I was making mistakes for sure, but I ended up with like a 25% win rate with a 3RR, 4RR. And from doing that, which isn't great, right? I mean, 25. I think 20 to 25% win rate with a 3RR is break even. And I think if I didn't make the mistakes I did make in November, I would have. I have a feeling I had a 30 or something percent win rate. And not only that, I understand that quarter 4 is hard for reversal traders, right? We get more continuations where market right off the beginning of the market, it sells off and then it consolidates, or it makes a pre-market move like it did yesterday, sells off and then is this at yes sells off and then kind of consolidates, but it consolidated higher and higher. But I mean like this, it's these big moves right at market and they consolidate. December 4, I know for October, November, December, it's more continuation focus from what I've understood. So I haven't been taking trades much. So I was trying to liquidity see break a structure, retrace break a structure, and I wasn't able to see those anymore. I was mainly just getting SMTs that I was messing up on my own. Pattern trading SMTs. I just see if I'm an SMT want me to break a structure, be like, oh, trend direction can shift. I'm getting in. When it's like, okay, what's the higher time frame alignment with this? Like it's not how you should be trading. And from understanding and learning from PB Blake and Pat, I've understood I need a little more discretion. Understand like setting conditions. If this gets respect, I'm looking for this. If this gets respect, I'm looking for this. And then so I can find like not really the daily bias, but the correct draw on liquidity, and see if I can get a small piece of the pie on how to get there. Because this isn't like my go-to, bro. It's not, but it was an eval, so I was like, I'm gonna send it. I would have liked to see, like I said, a sell side sweep, and then push back higher. We have unfilled 5-minute, unfilled 15-minute now, and then actually manipulate lower into like the sell side sweep and maybe a 30-minute fair value gap or higher, or 15-minute fair value gap or higher, and then actually get strong rejection, get a high time frame inversion 1 to 5 minute, and also not only that, have like I said those unfilled 5-minute, unfilled 15-minute, maybe there's a 30-minute as well. Internal, because external, internal things like that would be the move, and that's what I would have liked to see. Maybe a small time frame SMT on that, right? That's what I would have liked to see, or a sell, or like coming in the market, we get a big move down, and we start accumulating, and we get manipulation into, let's say, the 30-minute, the 50-minute, and then we come and sweep out, right? That's something I would like to see as well. Or we get a big accumulation after selling down, and then we're generating sell side. We manipulate lower. Let's say tap into a significant draw on liquidity, and then get a move higher, right? On the pre-distribution inversion, so that PDI model. And like I said, there was buy-side liquidity being generated, not much. It wasn't clean. It was more chop, and not like a good chop. It wasn't. And obviously, you're not going to always have picture perfect accumulation zones where it's just beautiful, generating buy-side and sell-side, low resistance liquidity. But that takes pattern recognition and time to understand like what's good accumulation and what's kind of shit that you want to just avoid, and it's actually just chop. Today was pretty much a lot of just chop. It was mainly that 15-minute, 30-minute draw, and then the 4-hour SMT being put in place. Like I said, this swept out there. If we go to ES on that 4-hour, that high was all the way up here, and we did not get to it. So, and we ended up getting a 4-hour break of structure off of that. So I was like, okay, I have a feeling we're bearish. But that was just my mindset on it. Overall, this shit is going to take time. I'm going to be very consistent with my journal. I was really overdoing it on my journals beforehand on the last Express account, where I was writing like 6 pages of notes, having the videos I would record, and then documents, where this is just super simple and clean. And then I just have to record my videos to go back on, and then maybe do a back test. This Sunday I'm going to be doing a back testing. I don't know if I'm going to record it or not, but it's going to be ideally me and a bunch of this group of guys who I've been talking to this whole week about this, and they trade the same thing as me, but just back testing together and doing a little bit of homework together. Overall, trading takes time. I'm trying to understand more on not pattern trading and just being more discretional with my trades, and that's by really understanding the higher time frame and what is the next draw on liquidity. That's what takes more discretion, in the 1 hour and the 2 hour, which comes with time and building data. Like I said, I'm going to have to be back testing, forward testing, just getting live market experience, all that combined. And you don't know when your time's going to be, right? You don't know when your time's going to be, but no, if you put in the work, at some point it will happen. God's timing is so perfect. it's it all comes down to patience too, and that's one of my biggest struggles is patience. And I feel like going into this live account, once I pass this eval, going into the live account, just risking $250. I'm not gonna be like, and they're not big days, but my buddy who works fucking 40, 50 hours a week, like a day of his work is $250. Even $250 an hour and half of my day would be nice. I could lose that too, $250 in a day. But just be doing that where I know I'd have to lose 12 trades in a row. And with a 1-to-1, my goal is to have like at least a 60% win rate or higher. If I had a 60% win rate, that's profitable. Now let's slowly build that up higher to a 70 to an 80 until I have a high win rate, and then over time, with discretion, I can increase the risk reward, hold for really draws on liquidity and not the risk to reward, and move on and build that over time. Win rate might go down, but it'll be like a 58. Like I said, it could be a 58% win rate with a 5 RR, which is still incredible. Which comes to time and discretion. But how do you get there is by picking one model. The MEC and PDI model are basically the same, but just sticking with, they're kind of the same. I feel like I can understand the two and what I'm looking for, and I don't think they're going to fuck with each other in the process. Like the PDI model showing up for longs, but the MEC model showing up for shorts. They're kind of the same thing, targeting the same draws and liquidity. But that's just my mindset with this. That's just what I'm thinking. It's going to take time. I'm not going to be stressing about it because it's like when it's going to happen, it will happen and it will just all click. I remember my buddy Josh too, a year ago, he was trading literally 1-to-1s, strictly 1-to-1s, and sometimes 1-to-2s. And this dude had almost a 90% win rate, very high win rate. And now over time, he talks about how he partials out at a 1-to-4, a 4RR. He does not take profit until the 4RR, and then he leaves runners. And his win rate's not bad with that. He's making profit with it more, and that's come from discretion. It takes time. AB Trades is a YouTuber who is great for this. He's a freaking goat. I forgot I don't have that video from today. Damn, I'm gonna just have to upload this. But I mean, I did give a rundown. I did have the live trading session of me taking this. I will actually show proof of me taking it in case anyone was like, oh. I'll show you. And I can show you I entered on ES twice. So yeah, I wanted to get in right up here, right off of that 5-minute inversion, but I entered on ES 2 times, and I got in like right down here for like a 1-to-1 something. Stops went up here at this high. Like I said, that's the 30-minute we were coming into. You can see the realized P&L performance stats. 3 trades. 1 loss, accidentally got in, so it's really 2 wins, one loss. But $874, I took a loss. I was trying to risk 1,000. Then I took a win for $398 because I closed early because of an SMT on Friday. I didn't record that session. I think I talked about that yesterday. Not really looking at the P&Ls anymore. It's just journaling and building data. But then today, here's proof of that $1,200 entering twice on ES on accident, which is annoying because I had this marked up as MES instead of MNQ. But yeah, that was really exactly what I took today. I don't know. Hopefully you learned something from this. Like I said, I love this trading journal. I really do. Oh, I can change the cover. That's sick. I was wondering how I want to do this the other day. Holy, a lot of this shit sucks. This shit's ass. Oh, that's actually cooler. All right. He's gonna look foggy like shit. I guess it is space. Yeah, all these suck, bro. I gotta find my own, like Shinobi. blue. Yeah, you can make it like that. All right. So yeah, going in, if I take a trade tomorrow, I will post that, and I will actually, now that I fix my mic, I will get that all good. But then these obviously are the trades that this dude who gave me this posted this. So these were the trades he took. This is on 5 minute what he took. Basically, he kind of trades a similar way to me. And then that was his other trade, but this is my trade. So I got my first one logged in here. I'm gonna get ideally over 300 of these. I don't know how many they'll allow with free plan. But yeah, I will get this uploaded. Hopefully you were able to learn something. I'm sorry about the upload. Couldn't get that thing posted. Fucked up the mic, so then I probably deleted it because I was angry. I fixed the mic though finally. Audio mixer. OBS and Windows is fucking me over. MacBook was never doing this shit to me. And yeah, I don't even know what else to say. We can probably get off the. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna get my charts cleaned up. I'm gonna head to the gym and work. Actually, no, fuck. I can't even go to the gym. I don't know. I'm gonna let the boys know I just did my trading journal. But yeah, going into that Express account, I'm not really worried at all. I mean, if I ideally, I mean, with this model, the Mech model, the PDI model, I should have like a 70-80% win rate. Get it up to. I don't know right away, but it's just being patient, being selective, and just being smart, keeping my head on straight, and just not being afraid to fail, and just being more focused on learning. Because if I'm afraid to fail, then I'm going to have fear in the market, and that's not good. That's going to fuck you over. I need to be inspired by the market. I need to be inspired by the thought of the idea of learning something and getting better in that way, right? So, and I think I can do that. I mean, even if it takes 2-3 months to get like $3,000, $4,000 on the Express account, I'm paying that out, and then it's going into 2 more accounts, and then I'm gonna ideally get that up to like a $3 grand payout across, or $3 or $4 grand payout across 3 accounts. Like, this is my goal with this shit. Ideally, in a year and a half, can't put a time limit on it, but that would be goated. I have 25 funded accounts or more, risking like $500 on them, and hitting like 1-to-1s, 1-to-2s. And even then, I mean, that's ridiculous. I could just stick to doing that, or over time, I can just increase the risk to reward with discretion. It depends on the type of trader I want to be. See, I don't handle taking losses often, and for me, when I was trying to go to higher RR, I mean, I was having a lower win rate because of that. And I didn't handle taking multiple losses in a row. When it comes down to like how much you lose in a day, I mean, I don't really bother me, dude. It's like how much I pay for this account, it's fine. If I lose 500, I lose 500. If I lose this, I lose that. Especially risking 250, that's not much. That's not much at all. When my drawdown would be 3,000. So I'm not stressed about that at all. It's just like I said, I could lose the first 3. Even if I have a 70% win rate, 30% of my trades will be losers. I don't know which trades will be winners or losers, so it's important to have good risk management. Go in there risking $250. Even if the first 3 trades lose, hey, the next couple could win. And understanding that. Just understanding that, trusting that process, and then if I can build a buffer of up to $1,000, $2,000, damn near, all right, I'll start risking maybe $500, maybe. Or if I build a buffer up to $3,000, I'll be okay. I'll risk $500, get that up to a $5 grand payout, and then just be done. Do it again and scale up slowly from 250 on all those accounts and build them, and then near the end of them, before they try to put me on like a live account or something, start increasing the risk. $500, maybe $1,000, depending on the account size, and then over time, pay yourself out. I mean, I know TopStep only allows you to pay yourself out $25,000, which is still pretty fucking good. That's across all 5 accounts combined, $5,000 per account before the split. But if you can get other firms like My Fund Futures, Alpha, Apex, they're questionable, but Apex, Take Profit Trader, all these other prop firms, and you can use like Rise or TradeSync. I mean, dude, you could really rinse. That's how all these traders now are making so much money, is because they're copy trading like 25 to more accounts, and they're paying themselves out like 30, 40, 50,000, 60, 70, 80,000, probably more. Powell alone, ridiculous. And that's the thing. I get caught up in my head. I see the way Powell trades. Like, he could go on in here and just boom. It's ridiculous, and it's so sexy. It's like 360 no scoping back in the day in Prime Black Ops 2, right? It's very, very. Oh, I love it. But also understanding like he doesn't handle big losses well, but he's also like he's fine with taking multiple losses, risking less amounts of money. I was like, damn. It just comes down to the type of trader you are. And over time, I can get to that point maybe. And I mean, also, it depends on the type of trader you are. AB Trades is this guy who literally trades continuations, but he just top ticked the other day. It just comes with experience. Like it's a trade he said he doesn't usually take, but it was very clear to him to draw on liquidity. And that's what it takes over time. It's like with time and experience, you won't just be like, oh, we see this, we see this, we see this, we get in. It's like, oh, we have a liquidity sweep and break a structure. I'm going to get in. My buddy Josh on Tuesday, I was looking for shorts off the MEC model, but I didn't get my entry point, and he just got in on a liquidity sweep and a break a structure, and that's literally but it's more high time frame context. He has a bigger idea where price wants to go, and he is drawn liquidity was hit. It was the 1 hour sell side lows, and they got hit. It's a big move. And that's just like that shit takes time. This is generally one of the hardest things you could possibly do, but it takes time. You have to not be afraid to fail because then you're bringing fear into the market. You can't, and you don't want to be fucking anxious and all this shit because you'll have FOMO. You'll miss out on trades. You'll have FOMO. You'll get in. You'll revenge trade. I mean, I noticed today when I accidentally entered on ES, I tilted right away. I was like, fuck, and I tried to get in on NASDAQ. I was like, fuck. And I was wanting to get in on NASDAQ. It's funny, but understanding that. But yeah, this trade journal. If you want, DM me. I can give you it. Send it over. Just make your own copy, obviously. But overall, it's incredible. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video. Hopefully you'll learn something from this. Peace out.